heard it for yourself there. The CBI admits no mistake. So why did it send an agent to track down that man and get the guns out of his home? Good evening, everybody. I'm Shannon Ogden.
And I'm Ann Trujillo. Our team has learned it was a breakdown in state oversight that, in the eyes of the feds, had to be fixed. Denver7 investigative reporter Jace Larson lays out this case.
Our federal gun laws are supposed to keep dangerous people from buying guns, including people found to be mentally ill. But in February, a man on his 60th birthday went to a Loveland Walmart hoping to buy a Henry .44 caliber rifle. But he couldn't buy it right away because when the state started doing a background check, it found something odd. An assault charge in Boulder that was dropped, but due to a competency hearing.
The fact that the technician even caught this is pretty impressive to me.
The state refused to let Walmart sell the rifle and instead enacted a 3-day delay so that it could see if this assault case ended because of mental illness. The state was supposed to get back to Walmart to deny or give final approval to sell the gun, but it didn't.
In this case, it took a little bit longer than the 3 days for our technicians to get back the documentation that they were looking for.
And that's when things started to fall apart. You see, Boulder courts mailed, not faxed or emailed the records, which show that the man was not competent to stand trial, and that's why the case was dropped. The feds say this on its own should have been enough to prevent someone from purchasing a gun in Colorado. But those records from Boulder County ended up on the wrong person's desk at the state, and they sat there for days in something called the appeals office. They didn't get over to the technician who would have notified Walmart for several days. And you guessed it, Walmart in that time sold the man the gun after that 3-day period. In fact, that's what federal law says stores have to do when they don't hear back.
Was a mistake made here?
You know, not really. I mean, certainly the we wish that we had gotten the documentation back a little bit quicker.
Instead, this court record shows they found a neighbor who described the man as dangerous, and he told police sooner or later the man may shoot someone. It was nearly a month later that CBI agent Dan Vols eventually found the man.
And he wanted to do the right thing. He didn't want to be in trouble.
That man agreed to give all of his guns to a friend.
He was actually shocked to find out that he was prohibited from owning or possessing firearms.
CBI believed the system worked, even though a month went by with someone carrying a weapon who should have never had one.
You know, we do hundreds of thousands of these checks every year. I'm really proud of our employees, our technicians that do these every day.
But they are also looking at their procedures.
Are you worried at all that there's any type of loophole in the system that might let this type of thing happen again?
You know, I'm really not. I guess I'd be worried if there were some indications that we had that this was kind of happening more often, and we're really not. This is the only one that anybody can remember.
There is more to this story. I called the state court system to see if they should have flagged this man in the background check system 2 years ago. That's when this whole mental health issue came up. They tell me they are now looking into that tonight. Shannon, Ann.
All right, Jace, thank you. And the state has made changes that should stop this from happening again. And those include a plan to make sure records get to the right person right away. And it is worth noting that Colorado checks more databases when doing a gun background check than federal law requires. And it was that extended system check that found the mental health part of this case in the first place.